Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Josh and this is C3's Garage. In today's video, I have created a list of things that you should always carry in your car. This is not just for the Corvette owners, but those of you guys that just purchased an older car. I'm speaking about a 20, 30, 40, 50-year-old car that may need certain things in the middle of the road. These cars usually have a couple of issues here and there, and they don't present themselves until you're in the middle of the road, stranded in the middle of nowhere. So with this list, I hope that you guys are able to understand some of the reasons why you should carry this and be safe when you guys are driving around. So with that being said, I've gathered 10 things that I always carry in my car to make sure that my car is always running at optimal precision, as well as keeping myself and others safe. So with that being said, if you guys are interested in watching this video, feel free to stay tuned, leave me a comment, like and subscribe. Feel free to watch around all my other videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one. The first thing that I definitely want to recommend is T-top locks. The reason why is because T-tops unfortunately do get stolen. These are very fragile pieces of glass that once it cracks, kind of tarnishes the look of your car, so people like taking them away and stealing them from you. If you're parking your car somewhere else where you're not familiar, someone may want to snatch them and sell them on Facebook Market. You'll probably end up buying the same exact T-tops from someone that took them from your car. So be sure to lock your T-tops and keep your car safe. The second thing that I want to talk about in my list is a fire extinguisher. Make sure that it is full and make sure that it is up to date. These do expire after a while, but it is so important to keep a fire extinguisher in your car because these cars are old. If you have any type of gasoline leaks or any type of leaks, you can have this car get caught on fire, and it's happened a lot of times. So a fire extinguisher could be the difference between an engine that's burned or a full car that's burning, and you could put the rest of the people that are around you at risk. So do us all a favor and carry a fire extinguisher. Next thing on my list is get yourself a battery tender. I'm running a Schumacher battery tender. This is a pretty sizable battery tender. I actually have a storage situation in my trunk because I want to storage the T-tops without harming the battery tender or the cable. So that's kind of my arrangement. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know and I'll post a video on it. I built it myself. It took me literally like 2 hours, and I just put some fake leather trim on top to make it look nicer. But it allows me to put the T-tops under and keep the battery tender on top. Now, moving into the conversation about the battery tender, it is a good thing to have. You just acquire a very nice piece of history, a very nice car that may have parasitic battery drain or ghost battery drain or battery drain, whatever you want to call it. Most of these cars will have that. Mine has it. It's very minimal, but over long periods of time, the battery will drain and I will have to stand there and charge it. So with a battery tender, you can leave it plugged in indefinitely. You can plug it into your wall and your battery will stay at its health because it is a smart battery tender. Most of these are. They will notice how much your battery's charge is and will turn off and turn on as your battery needs it. It'll make a difference in your battery and in your pocket because you don't have to be replacing batteries every 3 months. Next thing on my list, always carry a just-in-case tool bag, accessory bag, first aid kit bag, whatever you want to call it. Carry one of these ones in your car. It fits perfectly in your rear cubby, and it is a lifetime change of problems that you could potentially solve with this instead of dealing with them on the rides or the cruises that you're doing. So make sure you have one. Let's take a look at what's inside. So you have your jumpers. These are really good to jumpstart your car. You may want to keep them just in case, or for anybody else that may want to use them. A couple of zip ties. You don't know how useful this comes when it comes to older cars. You will use them for things that you didn't even think that you would use them for. So I do keep quite a few actually. I keep quite a nice stack of zip ties just in case. This is a tool that allows you to measure any type of current energy going through to any type of things that have to do with electricity. This will tell you whether it's working or not. So this tool is very, very good to use. A lamp. Mine just decided to stop working right now for the video, but that means that I have to change the batteries. But keep a lamp just in case it's at night, and obviously, I mean, everyone knows what a lamp is for. A first aid kit just in case. Keep some bulbs handy, just in case as well. Don't know why I have this, but definitely recommend this. But yeah, that's what's included in the just in case kit that I built. Hopefully this would help you on your drive. One of the greatest things that you can carry around with you in your car is your armrest pillow. Be sure to get one. It makes a lifetime of a difference when you're driving the car. It actually changes the dynamics of how you feel inside the car. simply because the car's rest or elbow rest is so low that your hand is always kind of just dangling around. So having this armrest pillow did make a huge difference on my end, especially when you're driving the car for a little bit over, 2 hours or so. It looks very nice. It makes the center console a little bit more complete, and it definitely helps. On my next item, what I have here is extremely important, and that is your wires. Be sure to carry a set. I currently have 2 of them. These are regular AC Delco. Reason why is because these cars burn these wires like there's no tomorrow. I've gone through probably 2 or 3 since I got the car, which is, a fairly standard thing. Most cars have almost like a firewall wire management system. Mine unfortunately doesn't have that because of the headers that were removed. And so the wires are kind of just very precisely around the engine so that way they don't burn. But if you're driving this car for a long time, movement happens, the car shakes, whatever the case might be, you might burn one of these cables. Keep yourself safe and keep a set of these ones in your car. My next item on the list is, don't laugh at this one, but cup holders. I know I've spoken a million times about the cup holders. I just kind of made them myself, attached them to it, and I keep them on the passenger seat when my wife is not with me, or on the footrest when she's with me. They do have like an aftermarket kind of cup holder for the car and whatnot. Looks nice. I'm not too big on it, to be honest with you, because your Corvette doesn't come with any type of cup holders. It's a nightmare to drive with cups on your legs or just holding on while you're trying to shift and whatnot. So be sure to get a set of these ones. One of the things that I always recommend people is to understanding that these cars are very old and things burn quicker than most. So I always want to keep a spare set of fuses. I always keep a ton of different fuses, different sizes. I really haven't had any issues with my fuses. There's not a lot to see there pretty much, but always keep a good amount of fuses just in case. And I also keep a tire PSI tool. I keep one of these ones in your car. These cars have very large tires, very fat walls, very thick tires sometimes, and they don't have a TPS. Keep one of these ones. They're super helpful. I usually use this one before going into a ride. If I left the car for a couple of weeks or months without driving it, I usually keep one out and I'll use it prior to every single ride. On that note, it's also good to keep a set of bulbs with you. I have just a couple of bulbs for the car. I have some for the tail light, some for the side markers. I don't have any of the front light bulbs because they're massive. But just keep a set of bulbs. I've had the rear tail light gone out on me twice already over the past couple of years. I think there's something not acting precisely right there. But that's also why I carry a extinguisher, just in case. And I promise we're almost at the end, is carry a set of racks. I keep, 2 racks that are dirty. This one's for the engine. This one's for the interior and miscellaneous. And then I keep 2 more because you want your car to be clean. And these cars collect dust like there's no tomorrow. I feel like the dust that falls into these cars come with the car. So when you buy a Corvette, it comes with dust. Like there's a dust feed that you have to clean every single time you drive your car. I don't get any of that dust in my other cars. The Corvette just attracts so much dust. I don't know if it's just old school dust. So keep a set of racks. This will be nice for your engine, whenever you're working on your oil, whenever you're checking your fluids, whenever you're cleaning it. It's a good thing to have. And this one's for your outside. So if you have any fingerprints or anything of people touching them around and you're ready to go, your car stays clean. Now, on a bonus round here, there's 2 things that I would like for you guys to carry. I think I've had the car enough time to understand the car dynamics and its behavior for me not to carry this as often as you may need to. So I guess it just goes down to the basis of it. But carry the fluids around. I have the power steering fluid, I have the transmission fluid, brake fluid, antifreeze, and I have the oiled fluid. And simply because these cars have a lot of leaks. A lot of these cars will present a million different leaks. So always carry those things. So if I were you, if you just got a Corvette and you are still learning the behavior of the car, the owner didn't tell you the previous leaks of the car or previous damages that the car has, just carry those things around with you. Most often than not, you see other owners with the same exact things on their trunk. So it's nothing to be ashamed of. It's a car, it's an older car. Everyone knows that you're working on it, that there's a project behind it. And unless it's a gold standard, you may want to think about and you want to consider keeping some of these things in your car for the regular drives. Last but not least, an ice pack. For those of you guys that have Corvettes and have had them for a while, please leave me down in the comments, how hot does your car get? Because mine gets extremely hot. So an ice pack would be nice. It's a joke, but yeah. With that being said, I simply want to let you guys know that this video was a very fun video to make because I was literally scrambling through my car to see what is the things that I keep in my car for the longest time. What are the things that I usually use when I drive the car, whether it's a 20-minute drive or a 3-hour drive, and what are some of the things that I find myself in use when I'm driving the car. So feel free to keep like a little box and just put everything in there. That's what I usually do. And I use the cubbies as well to hold some of those things down. But with that being said, hopefully this video was somewhat educational for those of you guys that are buying Corvettes or in the search of buying a new Corvette. These are things that you should always keep with you. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.